Hey, what's going on, guys? Hope you're doing fantastic today. My name is Tyson here with Repair My Funnel, and today we're diving into the world of surveys in ClickFunnels 2.0. Specifically, we're talking about the ability to use scoring in your surveys, which basically just means that instead of using a bucket question where someone answers a specific question a certain way, they get pointed in, or redirected to a specific location, you can use points to do the same thing. So maybe each question is worth a certain amount of points, and if someone achieves a certain amount of points throughout the survey, then that would cause whatever action you set, whether it's a redirect or whatever, to actually occur, right? Now I'm going to show you how that actually works, how to set it up, how to use that for different questions and stuff inside of the survey itself. Let's head over to my screen here. I'll walk you through the entire process of what you need to know and how to use it and all that good stuff. The first thing I'm going to walk you through here is actually enabling the functionality for scoring for each of your questions. All right, so let's go ahead and add a new question here. Click on the little plus icon on the line, and it will allow us to add a split or a question. In this case, go ahead and select add question, and we'll see a pop-up appear on the right-hand side of the screen where we can select our question type, enter the details, configuration, all that good stuff. Now, the only question types that actually work for scoring at this moment in time is going to be the choice option and image choice. The input option here in the middle does not currently work with scoring. So keep that in mind as you create your surveys. This one will be opted out of that functionality. Okay. Now for either choice or image choice, you'll see a configuration section here within the setup process. And all you need to do is click on the little toggle switch next to enable scoring. Once you do, it will light up blue just like that. And you should see an option appear under your answers. Right. So say we have an answer here. You'll see an option right below that for score. Turn this off, you'll see it goes away. Okay. The score can be whatever you want it to be. It could be 25, it could be 100, it could be 1,000, totally up to you as far as the number that you put there. So let's fill this out as if we're actually creating a question. The question we'll go with is, let's see, what is your favorite color? Fantastic. Okay. So based off that question, we'll go over here and add an answer. We'll put blue. And because blue is awesome, we're going to give them 100 points. All right, it's just like that. And if you want to add more questions or more options here to select from, just click on add answer and you can enter a new value and a score. All right, now that we have the actual question created with points associated to it, we have to actually create an outcome that will take that into account later on down the road for the survey. I'm going to go ahead and add that split right here just as an example, right? So click on the little plus icon. From there, instead of selecting add question, we're going to go and add a split, which is going to basically create two different pathways that someone can go down as they proceed through this survey. Now, given our example we just created here with choosing your favorite color, if someone selects blue, they're going to be awarded 100 points. Now, with that in mind, if we go over here and click on the little caution symbol from that split that we created, it's going to allow us to do one of three things. One, add a question. Two, edit rules. Three, change the target. So you can create a redirect, you can end the survey, you get to decide what happens essentially. But the one we're after here in this case is going to be edit rules. All right, so click on edit rules, and then from there, click on add a rule. After that, we get to go in and select when right here, the when drop down. Instead of using that, instead of like directly pulling what they answered for a specific question, we can use the scoring system. And if they have a certain score, then we can cause an actual event to occur. So based off of their score, let's say they earn 100 points because they answered blue in that specific question. That is going to cause them to go down this path right here. Go ahead and save that. All right. Now from there, what we need to do again is click on this guy right here and click on change target. So as of right now, it's going to end the survey just by default. That's what's set to happen. If you want to create a redirect, you can do so by clicking on that drop down, select redirect, or if you have another question in mind that you want to ask them because they got 100 points, feel free to do that here as well. Now I'm going to use redirect as an example though. Click on submit. And then it will allow you to then declare the actual location you want people to be sent to. Okay, let's go and just recap what we did here just so it is crystal clear. For each of the questions that you have inside of your survey, you can award points based off of the answer that was given or selected, right? So in our example, we used a question that is, what is your favorite color? And it's a multiple choice question. If they select blue in this case, they're going to be awarded 100 points, okay? And you can do that for each of the questions. You can go for each of one of these questions that we have inside the survey. You can equate whatever value you want to each of the questions. and that will be the number of points that someone gets if they select that specific answer. Okay, now with that in mind, once we have associated, or once they have earned points inside of your survey, we can then determine where they go with rules inside of the survey. Now, for the example that we gave here, we went in and created a rule that when someone reaches 100 points, whoever reaches 100 points, they'll go down this path. If they don't meet that criteria, maybe they're at 50 points, they'll go down the other side. They're not going to go down this side, they're going to go down the left side. All right. You can create multiple rules if you want to. It's not just based off of one thing. If I want to go and add another one, saying if they're lower than or greater than, or less than 50 points, right? That will also equate to them going down the right path. You can create as many of these as you want. Totally up to you. All right. But I'm going to delete that. When someone meets that specific rule we create, then we can go in and create the outcome by changing the target. And that can be a redirect. It can be the option to go to a next question, or it will end the survey completely. Okay. Totally up to you as far as what you're trying to achieve here, but it will allow you to determine what type of experience someone has. In most cases, you're probably going to redirect them to a new location if they got like all the answers correct, or they got a high enough score to proceed to whatever offer you're trying to give them, right? So if there's a specific offer for each person based off the amount of points they get, this is how you'd end up doing so. And then when you create a redirect, it's going to allow you to determine where they're actually taken. You can choose funnel, you can choose a page, or a specific URL. And that is basically it. If you have any questions around anything that we covered here today, or anything within the ClickFunnels ecosystem as a whole, whether it's Classic or 2.0, feel free to let me know down below as well, and I'll point you in the right direction. All right. With that said, have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will talk to you in the next video.